a potential tornado, possibly even a likely tornado associated with this storm. As on radar, we are getting a very strong tornado signature. Let's go over to Greg D. Greg, what do you think?
Now a tornado emergency issued by the National Weather Service in Little Rock, folks. Tornado likely on the ground.
A tornado now on the ground. A tornado has been confirmed on the ground by the National Weather Service and spotters. 5 miles southwest of Lake Maumelle, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour.
This is a picture from Maumelle, and this appears to be very serious.
Showing significant damage in the Maumelle area. As we've been talking about, we did notice and pick out that debris ball very rapidly. Reports are continuing to indicate a tornado is on the ground. So you folks in Valonia, over to Otto, the Hamlet area, Saltillo, as well as El Paso, this tornado is headed your way. Anywhere inside this red box, that tornado emergency, the tornado warning, is currently in effect. Jeff, let's switch to the reflectivity once again and take a look at another look at that debris ball. Still getting a good signature of that debris ball just to the north and east of the Mayflower area. What's happening is the tornado, as meteorologist Greg D. pointed out, is pulling up debris into the storm. That debris is very reflective of those radar waves, and it gets bounced back very efficiently. So that's why we are getting that signature of debris ball just to the southeast of the Saltillo area along Clinton Road.
Taken looking south towards Valonia, looking toward the Valonia area, that looks like in the center part of your screen that is the tornado that moved through the Valonia area earlier this evening. It is posted on the KRK Facebook page. Of course, I have no confirmation of this, just getting it off the page. Now, I do believe we have someone on the phone as well. Darlene Okeke. Darlene, can you hear me?
Yes.
Tell me what you went through tonight. What are you doing down there toward Mayflower and Valonia?
Well, we went to Conway to Hendrix College for a gospel explosion at my daughter's school, and we went and ate dinner, left, told her goodbye, got on the freeway, I-40, and it started getting, as we came on down I-40, it started getting really dark and really windy, and the rain got harder and harder. And after that, oh my God, the wind was blowing so hard, and we saw something that looked like a fire up. I said to my husband, "What is that?" And I said, "Oh my God, it's a tornado!" And then all the debris started hitting the vehicle. Signs started blowing towards us. And as we got on through, we pulled over to the side, as did a lot of other vehicles. And after that, we came on through after it was kind of lighting up, and we came on through, but the car was rocking, and we came on through, and we saw 18-wheelers turned over. One man was crushed in the 18-wheeler, and they had some other guys, they had gotten to him to give him blankets and things, and they were talking to him until the emergency vehicles could get there. We saw other vehicles that were just smashed, and the reason we could tell they were vehicles was because we saw the four wheels sticking up, and all the buildings were just leveled off. They were all smashed. Debris was just everywhere. It was like a movie.
Now there's our video.
You can hear the sirens in the background there. And you can look at this.
Very dramatic.
Looks like they got probably flipped over a couple of times.
Yeah, this tornado, at least a half a mile wide, reportedly up to 3/4 of a mile wide once it reached the Valonia area. Scores and scores of people being reported injured, dozens and dozens, maybe hundreds of homes being damaged.
We won't know just how bad everything is until tomorrow when there's light outside. But based on what I'm hearing, and you look at pictures like what you see there on the screen, this is devastating to so many of us, and it's certainly not what we want to see. But whenever springtime comes, this is what happens in the state of Arkansas. You can see the devastation there for yourself.
You know, Donna, I was talking with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin a little bit earlier when we were talking about the situation on Friday, and then yesterday via email and message, and when we first got in here earlier today, just after noon and 1 o'clock, when we were beginning to set up for this afternoon and this evening's severe weather potential, that this very well may have been the strongest severe weather signals we've seen in 3 years as far as the atmospheric parameters are concerned.
We're getting closer to working our way towards the scene where this happened. I want Gene to pan up a little bit. You can see some of these telephone poles just snapped in half, leaning over the road here. You can see another one of the telephone poles. This one also snapped right in half. The trees being bent over by the telephone lines as they crossed them. Now, as we were able to as we're able to here step a little bit forward here, we got some emergency vehicles coming through. As we were on our way in here, we were able to confirm that there are at least some casualties as a result of this event. So far, no numbers as to how many have been able to, not been able to confirm that.
We also have some other video from the storm earlier around Mayflower. This is from the Plantation subdivision in Mayflower, and we've had some of the spotters. This is actually, I believe, taken by amateurs, perhaps on their cell phones, from the neighborhood too. They come out of their house there, and you can see they look down the street, look right there, that wedge right down the street. See the lady taking the picture of that storm. You can actually see the styrations of that storm that's spinning there, of that tornado down the street from her. Obviously, we would never recommend this, okay? But you can see how wide, how big of a storm that was and how massive it is. That's just a huge, dark gray cloud there before the sun set.
We're at River Plantation here in Mayflower. That's off of 365, where we're hearing that this is some of the worst devastation in the area from these recent tornadoes. Want to give you an idea of what's going on right now. We are told that they are still working on a gas break. I did see energy crews on the scene, but that's an issue here because a lot of people are wanting to see the damage. There are people here waiting for their families because they're just not certain if they're okay. So we have a lot of frustration and tension here right now as people just wait until they can get back into this area. I believe we do have some video and pictures from viewers taken from the Mayflower area today. The devastation is just incredible. I did speak to one woman a few moments ago who told me she stayed in her closet until it passed. When she got out, she said her home was completely gone. She told me she doesn't know how she survived, and she was hoping to get out of here. This area is quite a mess because, again, people are coming in, trying to find out how their families are. We've got emergency crews coming in. I asked her if she had a car that she could get out, and she said, you know what, my car is gone too. It's just, we're hearing tragic story after story here. I also spoke to a person about their home and asked about the damage, and they said, we're lucky. We just lost the roof of our home. It really gave me chills. You certainly feel sympathy for the people out here in Mayflower. We'll, of course, continue to follow the story and bring you any new developments. For now, we're reporting in Mayflower. Melissa Schroeder, back to you.
All right, Melissa, thank you for that. Did you hear her say, the woman who went to her closet during the storm,
well,
and when she survived, when she came out, her home was gone?
Well, you know what? That's what we tell people to do, Donna. She did exactly the right thing. Exactly the right thing. Taking the advice that we've been talking about, you know, not only for days, but what we always harp about as meteorologists.
Right.
Interior room, many walls between you and the outside. Small room.
Okay. Also, Mayflower High School is a safe place to go tonight. It's open tonight and it's there for you. Also, I am just hearing that Pulaski County Sheriff's Office reporting 3 fatalities tonight due to the storm.
Guys, we just were able to get into the neighborhood ground zero for where this happened, and I want you to take a look at the devastation that we have found. Homes ripped completely off the foundation, and all there is a complete and utter mess of pieces of homes, wood. You can see the wires from inside the house. If we can step down here, I'm stepping over pieces of brick that were a part of the house. Here, I don't know if you can see too well, but there's actually 2 vehicles in that rubble there. It is just complete and utter destruction here. This goes on through this whole neighborhood. It's dark now, so it's difficult to see, but what you're seeing right here, the entire neighborhood, and speaking with some of the officials, devastation is the word that you keep on hearing. And I want to see if we can work our way over here. I want to bring in, there have been some local officials surveying some of this area here. Attorney General Dustin McDaniel is here on scene. Gina, want to work our way over here. Mr. McDaniel? Speaking with Cody Highland here. Thanks for being on with us. You just were able to survey the scene here. What is your reaction to what you've seen?
Well, unfortunately, I've seen this kind of devastation before, and it is heartbreaking. We're getting a lot of good reports about people who are being accounted for by their neighbors. Certainly, where the city is working to gather those kind of details, but it is it's always hard to see.
I just want to show you we're continuing to push here through this neighborhood that was just devastated by this tornado. You can see behind me a vehicle flipped up, upside down, windows shattered. You can just tell from that picture right there the force of this tornado. As we walk up here to where some of these houses were, these were not mobile homes. These were manufactured homes. These were homes with brick, very sturdy homes, and you can see they've just been flattened. There's nothing left but broken wood and drywall.
I'll tell you what, I was here in 2011, and I've never seen a group of people come together like this community does, Valonia, and I'm telling you, it's we all reach out to each other, and I hate to hear that anyone perished in this, and my heart goes out to those families. And
now, severe weather coverage from the Arkansas Storm Team.
Well, Arkansas is just devastated after a night of deadly storms that left a path as the sun comes up, learning the extent of the damage. We do have statewide coverage for this morning. We want to head out to Mayflower right now. They were hard hit last night.
See this large piece of wood here? You're talking about homes damaged. This came from a home that's about 100 feet away from me. And you can find a lot of wood like that around this large tree just torn down because of this massive tornado. But I'm going to look around here. We are finding a lot of debris out here. We're finding clothes. Look at this mattress. Can you see that back there? That flew from that house all the way back there. It's just incredible stuff. But in the mix of things, just a number of items out here, a garbage lid, it looks like a stroller, and it looks like there's a picture underneath this tree as well. I was actually talking to, wow, that's great. Look at this. Found a picture here from that house. I spoke with the lady earlier who said if I found any pictures, she definitely wants this because these are memories. So I'm definitely going to give this to her when I see her. But again, people are out here looking through their homes, trying to get any memories that they can find. So this is just great. I'm going to give that to them. But this is just the damage, the extent of the damage out here in Mayflower. We're going to continue to stay out here and give you guys the latest information. I know that we have a press conference out here coming up at 10, so we'll bring that live to you as well. I'm going to send it back over to you guys.